amount of deliveries he bowled even in his earliest overs, just trying to angle the ball back into the left-hander. You've got to pitch it outside the line of off-stump to give you any opportunity of really troubling the batters. Goes down leg, it's either wide or they can clip it away for runs.
Akil Hussain in the last over was given an official warning for the follow-through. Just in the danger area on a surface on the top layer is quite loose and quite breakable. Gets an official warning, Akil Hussain. Probably having a chat. He's right in the edge, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was in the danger area and little chat. I don't know if it was an official warning. It seems to have given the bowler a pretty good idea where he was going on his follow-through. Oh, now trying to hit themselves into some kind of run-getting, and that is not the right attitude. Because the runs have dried out, it's playing on the minds. Got to keep cool.
That was a slower delivery which set up beautifully to be put away towards mid-wicket. There's a massive gap between square leg and long on, and slightly early to the stroke. So Sarkar, off cutter into the pitch. The timing wasn't there. Got the toe end of the bat.
18 balls since the last boundary. Again drifting down leg. Oh, and a fumble by Shahab allows the run to be taken. Will there be a signal of a bye there?
Coming round the wicket.
Why was it given as bars? Wouldn't that be a wide down the leg side?
But the wide wasn't called on field by Mr. Mukul because the protector guide, the two lines, orange lines, and the new ICC guideline, the 3-month grace period start from the 1st of October till end of the year. Whatever ball, whether it's offside or leg side, it goes in between the two lines, it's not being called a wide, and that's why Mukul in the couple of deliveries before against the left hand, he did not call it a wide. For benefit of our viewers, that's the new rule being brought by ICC. When that line's been called the protector guide.
Once again, some tight, accurate bowling keeps the batter to just 2 runs of the last ball of that over, which yielded 4 runs after 28. It's 181 for 1.
যদি মাইডিয়া নাও খেলে তাও 323 রান হবে না, একটু মাইডিয়া হালকা মাইডি খেললে 300, আর না মাইডি খেলে আর একটু মাইডি খেলে খালি 357, যদি মাইডি খেলতে পারে এরকম খেলতে হবে 401 রান হয়ে যাবে।
If someone is switched on his TV at the moment and looking at what we are showing, going at a rate of 6.46 will get them 300, above 300, 323. And it's the same surface where the batters have struggled. Bird's eye view need to be a little bit on the safer side. Yeah. He'll be very, very disappointed because he was closing in on his 4th ODI 100. They cannot believe it. Hello, Samuel Badri.
Yeah, he's been dismissed like that before. Trying to take on Akil Hussain. Didn't get the middle of the bat, so just off centre. Aki Mughis with the catch. comfortable enough here. Disappointment agonizingly close to what would have been a first ton against the West Indies. A good knock though, but with lots of overs remaining, he'd feel as though he threw it away. He goes for 91, 181 for 2.
In the middle now, they've got 2 new batters. That's exactly what West Indies would have wanted to see a little bit earlier, though. High score of 122. Nazmul Shanto, the foundation has been laid. We'll have to wait and see how many from here on can Bangladesh manage to score. He was hugely disappointed. He knew that he was in trouble. He knew that he's taken the wrong option, because that one went straight into the hands at the deep mid wicket. Akimugiz is the fielder. Just look at his reaction. What a wonderful display of batting was from both the openers. And it's not going to be easy for the new batters. We spoke about this earlier.
Yeah, Mazza was mentioning previously about his conversion rate. There's a little discussion there as to whether or not they should challenge the umpire's decision. Akil Hussain, as bowlers usually are, would be convinced that it's out, but they've decided against it. Let's have a closer inspection. Did it make impact outside the line, or was it bouncing too much going down the leg? So lots of doubt in that one. I think it's a good decision in the end from both the on-field umpire and the West Indians not to review.
It's quite a lot of turn. They've created the pressure by drying up the runs. Remember, that's how we saw the fall of the first wicket, because Bangladesh had added 176 for the first wicket. And all of a sudden, the runs started to dry up. And in the last 30 deliveries, they managed to pick up 2 wickets and given away only 21 runs. The boundaries were flowing when both the batters, the openers, were in the middle in the partnership. They'll probably go for the second run, ricocheting off the stumps. 25 deliveries since the last boundary, so it's a good comeback from West Indies.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of disappointment, particularly from Shumosaka, as we see the direct hit which resulted in the additional run being dismissed in the 29th over. 21 overs remaining, 91 on the board. That's an opportunity to convert. We've spoken about his conversion rate. Now with the experience that he has, that's almost unforgivable. The other batter, the youngster, who's only playing his 6th match, dismissed in the 26th over on 80. When you have that many overs remaining and you're so well set, you've conquered the conditions, you've conquered the opposition, you want to make sure that you convert. So it's a learning curve, no doubt, particularly for Saif. Yeah, let's have a closer look there. Impact outside. So good decision from Shea Hope, who was able to convince that man on screen not to go for it. Yeah, both batters do that. You and I would know that they really should have converted, given the number of overs remaining. If they are dismissed of a good delivery, then fine, but they've given their wickets away.
And you can see what the new batters are facing up to now. 184 for 2.
যা কথা বলুন সেই
Yeah, just going back to the point you make in the previous over of converting in the starts, and it was just not a small kind of start. It was a big start. Both the batters scoring runs heavily. Where it has been difficult. If you look at the series, this is the deciding. But if you look at the series, it has been a struggle for the batters. And when you do get in and when you start to play that sort of an innings, then you've got to continue to be consistent. To be able to convert the starts should have been 184 without loss, but they've lost both the openers now. Now look at the Manhattans, some big overs. 13 fours and 10 sixes in that partnership. Nicely chipped away. They should come back for the second. It does. And it just put the rest of the batters in a bit more pressure because there's no set batter at them in the middle for Bangladesh.
But what they do have in their favour is a very good platform, so they can take a little bit of time to get themselves set. I absolutely agree with you with the number of overs remaining, that the openers should have at least carried on to get to triple figures. But these two now have as good a base as they can possibly hope for. Misfield now will allow at least one, should be two. They are not helping their own cause. Zakir Hussain, the guilty party there. So they have a little bit of a cushion where they can utilize 2, 3, maybe 4 overs to understand the conditions themselves and to get the tempo and pace of the pitch and the bowlers. They have that latitude given the start.
Yeah, it will help the team's cause if they can take a little bit time. Again, you're spot on, Samuel Badri. Because they know that the openers have done their job. Yes, they could not continue. They'll be disappointed, but runs on the board matters. It also releases lots and lots of pressure. 8 wickets in hand in the 30th over. There's still 20 more overs available. He goes down the wicket. What a shot. Great. That is a brave shot because he's just come on to bat. And then there's a rocket 6 from the bat of Nazmul Shanto.
Yeah, the ball seems to be coming onto the batter a little bit more. It's not the first time we've seen a batter advance and target straight down in the slot. He made it into the slot because of that early movement. 92 meters hit. Wonderful striking. Justin Graves is the only fast bowling option they have. Shifin Rutherford as well, a medium pace at best, given the composition of their team. What a response. Huge shout from Graves himself. Not so much from Shea Hope. Discussion again. Don't ask the bowler. They always think that it's out. Yeah, he's gone for it. Is there a tickle?
Director, third umpire, we have a player review for Corp 1. Original decision is not out. Speed deliveries go to front on first. Okay, maybe a gap there. Could you just go to Ultras just to confirm? Thank you. Running through. Gap on the left. Keep going. Next frame. Yeah, no bat involved. We'll go back on screen. Merkel, you can stay with your original decision of not out. Clear gap. You're on screen signal.
Spot on the umpire. They lost one review now. 194 for 2.
লাস্টের দিকে যে ঘোরাঘুরি
Another partnership. What a outstanding partnership from the opening pair. 176. Job on their hands now in the middle. Ridoy and Shanto. At times they've been guilty, haven't they been? Throughout this bowling affair of 30 plus overs, you've seen them bowl on a shorter side where you tend to release the pressure instead of trying to grab on and put more pressure.
Yeah, you're right. There isn't that unrelenting length that we saw from them in the previous two matches. They were either too full or too short, as you so rightly pointed out. Sharp turn again at good pace as well. And you heard previously from Faviz Maharouf about the testing period. So anything that's inside that guideline on the leg side, the closer one to the batter, umpires are not going to give wide for the next 3 months as they trial this sort of new rule.
And that was also a very good take behind the stumps because it turned quite sharply. It was a really good piece of wicket keeping from Shai Hope.
But I also think, Arthur, that yeah, they've been off the boil a little bit with the ball, but a lot of credit has to go to the opening batters. And I think Shumosaka and Saif Hassan played magnificently. When they did get the loose deliveries, the ones that were a little bit too full or too short, they were quite able to put them away excellently. And that's the art of good batsmanship. When you get those loose deliveries, no matter what the type of conditions, you must be able to punish them, and they did that quite well. And oftentimes when you do that, you tend to get more loose deliveries because bowlers are under pressure. Sometimes you go into a predetermined sort of mindset where you think the pitch is difficult, good running again, another good facet of their game. You come to a surface like this, Arthur, and you have a negative and defensive mindset. You get loose deliveries and you just knock them around for one. They didn't do that. They punished them even from the first over. Half volley is a half volley no matter where you play.
Yeah, 13 fours and 10 sixes in that opening partnership, and it relates to what you're saying. They didn't shy away from playing aggressive strokes where they needed to.
Yes,
198 for 2.
Yes, I think he's a